Last week on SmackDown, we seen Roman Reigns be awarded a brand new championship title, but tonight on SmackDown, it is going to be Asuka's turn. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Wrestling, and finally, WWE might be getting this right. They've announced that they're going to have a WWE Women's Championship presentation for tonight, and they are going to be revealing a new belt. Now, why do they need this, and why is this an issue? Well, ever since we had the brand split, they've had the Raw Women's Championship and the SmackDown Women's Championship, and it just doesn't work now because multiple times we've seen somebody from one show win the other show's brand. So you've got someone on SmackDown and they are stuck with the Raw Women's Championship, and it doesn't make any sense. You'll have someone on Raw and they're stuck with the SmackDown Women's Championship, which is what we've currently got at the moment. Now, if you remember, about 3-4 years ago, maybe not even that long ago, maybe 2 years ago, Charlotte and Becky Lynch were on opposite brands with their respective women's titles, and they had probably the worst thing, or one of the worst things I think I've ever seen in wrestling. Charlotte came out, Becky came out, and they swapped belts at the same time. Charlotte handed over her belt, and Becky handed over her belt, and it was so fucking awkward, and it just made the belts feel completely worthless. Like back in the day, when you had the world titles, right? When Triple H, let's say Triple H is a world heavyweight champ on Raw, and then on SmackDown, you've got, let's say, Kurt Angle, for example. Kurt Angle believed that the WWE Championship was the best belt, and Triple H believed that the World Heavyweight Championship was the best belt. You would never get them coming out on TV and swapping belts because they believed that their belt was the number one belt. They believed that they were like the A belt and the other person had the B belt. So now it's like these Raw and SmackDown Women's Championships, they mean absolutely nothing. And I think also the fact that they've got the name of the brand in it, it just also devalues the belts, man, and the colour codes as well. I mean, it's absolute garbage. Oh, look, this belt's on SmackDown, so it's going to be blue. Oh, this belt's on Raw, so it's going to be fucking red. I think it's the worst thing they ever done, and you know what? Same for the tag team championships. The tag team championships are absolutely fucking abysmal as well. So WWE needs to fix something to stop this from happening. And hopefully tonight, when they give Asuka a new belt, hopefully they do away with the SmackDown Championship and they do away with the Raw Championship. Now, Rhea Ripley is on Raw and she's still got the SmackDown belt. So if they're doing a new championship for Asuka, you would have to assume that they're going to have to do the same thing for Rhea Ripley on Raw. But I just don't know why they don't have it similar to like the world titles. Have a WWE Women's Championship and then have a World Women's Championship. It's really that simple. Now, back in the day, we had the Women's Championship and the Divas Championship. But obviously now, we're not allowed to have a Divas Championship because, oh my God, God forbid it's got the word Diva in it. But even though the Divas title is actually pretty nice in my opinion. So, I mean, we'll see what happens tonight. I believe that Asuka will get this new title and she will have to give back the Raw one. So, no idea what the design's going to be like. There's no updates on the designs. Nothing has leaked, but I think they might finally get it right here with these championships. Because, look, we haven't seen an issue. There's never been an issue with the US title and the IC title. Those are two mid-card belts that we've seen swap regularly between both brands since the brand split first happened in 2002. And there was never any issues. And even though the tag titles never swapped brands as far as I can remember, they could have easily swapped brands because you had the World Tag titles on Raw and the WWE tag titles on SmackDown. You could easily recognize the difference. You could separate the belts, but now it's like, what the fuck? I mean, the reason why they're Raw and SmackDown, and I just don't know. There's a reason why they've never changed the men's titles, and they've never had the World SmackDown Championship and the World Raw Championship. They won't do that because that would completely make a mockery of the belts. That's why you've got the WWE Championship, the Universal Championship, because they know those belts matter. And pretty much what they're saying is, over the years, these women's belts don't mean shit. So yeah, hopefully tonight they finally solve this problem. I mean, is it going to make wrestling good? Absolutely not. But here, fixing one small problem is better than fixing no problems, and I believe this would be a step in the right direction. So yeah, Asuka will get a new belt tonight, and if she is going to get a new belt, then Rhea Ripley has to get a new belt too, or else it makes absolutely fucking no sense. Now, I mean, I guess they could just change the design, and it could still be called the Raw and SmackDown Women's Championships. Not only would that be a horrible thing to do, because you're still going to have this problem for, you know, time and time to come, but yeah, you would still have the issue where Asuka still has the Raw Championship and Rhea has the SmackDown one. So for me, I think it's an easy fix. You just simply have a WWE Women's Championship and a World Women's Championship. But we'll see what they do tonight. And it's like, you know, all this constant change with new belts. It's like, the belts don't really mean shit. We're having these long-ass title reigns, and it's like, I mean, who cares? They're not that important. They're really not. So, yeah, we'll see what happens tonight. I just don't know why they haven't done this sooner. I mean, they could have fixed this before the brand split. Easily could have fixed this before the brand split. I mean, it just made no sense. Like, why didn't they do this on night one of the brand split? Is it because they wanted Bianca Belair to hold that record? They wanted her to break the record, therefore they didn't want to change the Raw Women's Championship? That's the only thing I can think of. Otherwise, it would have made sense to change all this for the brand split. So when you have the new brand split, you have the new champions representing their brand, they've got the brand new belts, but for some reason they've waited until like a month, 6 weeks after. We'll find out what happens, guys, but new belt for Asuka. Hopefully it's a pretty good design. I'll catch you in the next one, guys. SmackDown preview coming soon, and until next time, peace.